Welcome back, everyone. Today we're talking support Crusader builds, and I'm going to cover the ones that I've had the most success with personally, but feel free to leave any in the comments for suggestions for other players as well that you've had success with. The more information, the better, to help others in the community. Now, for the first build here, this is my preferred one at the moment, but there are some that are close as well. I run Arrow Keeper, Iron Suzerain, Windblessed Pauldrons, Permanent Reproach, Adamant Lash, and Ardent Shepherd. Now, the general principle of this is I've got Conjuration of Light, make immunity for myself and my team, Banner to increase the crit chance. I also have Condemn with the increased radiance to drag and pull anybody in, super effective. And I've got one of the newer essences, or two essences, the main hand and offhand, and you'll see that 3 shields will come out with this. It does have a fairly slow projectile speed, but they do overlap, and if you hit the target with more than one of these at once, you will not only immobilize them, but stun them as well. So you can use it to pick people off as they try to run, or you can use it as that stun, engage, disengage, anything to that effect. I have a lot of success with this build so far. I am running 2-piece Vithus, 4-piece Mountbacks. Now, your set pieces have some changes that you can make as well. You can run Barons if you want to increase the CC duration, or increase the damage targets take while CC'd. You can run 4-piece Vithus. The reason I personally don't run 4-piece Vithus is because there's so many Demon Hunters in the meta right now, and they're all running 4-piece Vithus, and it doesn't stack. I kind of let them supply it for themselves, and if I use my support abilities at the right time, they'll be under the influence of that buff and get kind of my support, and it gives me some more tankiness. Since I did recently server transfer, the 4-piece Mountbacks has been fairly nice to keep my deaths at a minimum during the match. Now, this build is not mobile at all, and as most people know, I'm a huge fan of builds that have mobility, so this is kind of a rarity for me. I notice it. I always feel it in the match. I certainly miss it a lot as well. Some of the variations I use depending on when I queue. Sometimes I will swap out the main hand for Little Lance, and you can drop the Spinning Shield, and swap in Falling Sword. And this will give you a repeatable dash that you can use to engage or disengage, get into position where you want to be, avoid enemy projectiles and things of that nature. You can also run Falling Sword without an essence. The default Falling Sword allows you to throw the sword at a location and then reactivate it to teleport there. So that is also an option, and you can just do that and swap that in for, I would choose Spinning Shield as well in that situation. Another popular build that I like to run involves swapping multiple slots, and I will run Quester's Main. This will give you 2 charges for shield charge. I wish I had the new pants to experiment with. I do not have those yet, and I will certainly try it when I do. But you can run the Censored Trespass, and this will now give you a shield charge that slams into the ground, pulls everything in. I'm assuming this works similar to Condemn, so I want to mess around with this and see how it works. Don't have that option yet, but I still use the Quester's Main, and sometimes I like to pair that with other abilities like the Sacred Chain's Public Penance, and now you have a way to engage with the shield charge and can follow up with the Sacred Chain and get a lot of CC on targets that way. So this combo works well. You can also get on top of the additional charge, you can get the stun and the knockdown from Tromp Down. So I like to swap those 3 pieces in together. I typically don't use these essences without using all of them together. So I do the 3 of those, the helm, the shoulder, and the pants all together. That's another good variation as well. And those are probably the 3 most common builds that I run. So I wanted to share these because not uncommon for me to post matches and just list the essences and the set items, the skill abilities in the description, but I don't really talk about what I like about these builds and so forth. So Condemn, and this Condemn combo in this particular build, I just find absolutely brutally punishing to the enemy for any inconsistencies in the positioning. That range is enormous. It pulls people in from wherever. It's very effective against Demon Hunters. Demon Hunters have to play very close to the max range, especially running the new knockback shot that a lot of them are running in this meta. If their positioning is not perfect, you'll be able to pull them in, follow it up with another CC, or just have your teammates jump on them. Very, very good. I think Crusaders are going to be Demon Hunter's best friend. I've kind of mentioned upon that in another video. But for this meta, Crusaders are going to be very important, and utilizing a support type build is probably going to be the most effective. Doesn't mean that you can't play a DPS style build, but I suspect that if you're going after win rate, a support type build is going to be the most effective. That'll give you the best win rates overall and lead to the most success in your matches. As always, thanks for taking the time to watch, and have a great day.